Thank you very much. In this session, we will be talking about content creation, what content creation is all about, how it applies to us, and what tools we can actually use to create very good content. So I'll be sharing my screen with us all and then going through content creation. But the first thing we'll ask ourselves pretty much is what is content creation? In my opinion, I would say content creation is when you actually identify what you want. You have a topic, you have a title, and you also have an idea of where you want to get to, and content creation is how you build the content from that point A to that point Z. That is all about content creation. You really don't have to know, okay, how do I do this? What do I do? And all of that. All of the AI tools I'll be sharing with us today are able to do that for you seamlessly. I have put up a few AI tools that I feel are useful and categorize them in different areas, whether it is the design or a video you want or content you want, or you want something that has to do with productivity, looking at your grammar, helping you to rewrite your content, or even coding website and automation. So here are a list of the useful AI tools that I have put up here that I recommend to you all. However, for today, I will be recommending 10 top AI tools for us here today. The top 10 are on the screen right now. Get Munch, video AI YouTube summary with a ChatGPT extension, ChatGPT itself, Claude AI, Notion AI, CapCut, Ideogram, Midjourney, and Canva. And I plugged in an extra there, which is 11 Labs. Now you might see that they are categorized in a certain way. The left side of the categorization are pretty much things that help us to cut videos that are already on YouTube and social media into different clips. The middle section, I have categorized those as AI tools that will help us with, transforming our writing, helping to get content, to get fluff into the things that we want, or even rephrasing an email or a WhatsApp message or anything like that. That's the categorization in the middle. And the right categorization that you see up there are categorizations for like design, images, videos, and the likes. And just putting it all together, using Canva as well. And then 11 Labs will be going into what that is all about, voice cloning. So for the purpose of this, I'll dive into it. And at the end of this session, I will be showing you two case studies. One has to do with a book, and the other one has to do with a promotional video, how we get from point A to point Z for each of those case studies. We will be moving a little fast so that we're able to reach the full content during this session. However, I will be accommodating questions at the end of this. So first set is the Get Munch video and the YouTube summary with ChatGPT extension. So basically for Get Munch, what Get Munch does is that it takes your YouTube video, whether you're a drama minister or you're a pastor or you have a ministry or a business of your own, and you sometimes find yourself having long YouTube videos, either of your services, your workshops, or your trainings, or whatever it is that your product is. What Get Much does is that it takes all your long form videos and it chops them into little clips. It could chop your 3 4 hour video into like 10 15 clips. And if your videos are shorter, maybe you have like a 5 6 minute video, it could cut those down into like 2 3 different clips. And the good thing about it is that it is so efficient and it will give you what you need. You can still add, things in there, but it will give you what you need for you to actually, put on social media. It adds captions to each of these clips as well. And this is a very good tool. In this category as well, we have the video AI. The video AI is very similar to Get Munch, just that it's better. Personal opinion. And for free, you can actually get a full 1 hour long, of work, and also you can export to a maximum of 720p. 720p. You can't really go into the 4K or 6K or anything like that if you have the free version, and it's For the video AI, it gets that moment that is worthy of posting on your Instagram, your Facebook, as in all of your other social media handles, and it chops them in. The third in this category is the YouTube summary with ChatGPT extension. For this one, it's a Chrome extension that you have in there, and it helps you to take your YouTube video and gives you a summary. You can type it in, and then it gives you a summary of what you want. Of course, in between that, because your audience, your community knows your style, and that's why they're your followers, that's why they're your subscribers. The recommendation is that you don't just plug and play. The recommendation is that you still add your fluff, you still add your style, you still let them know that it's you that is writing the summary and all of that, not just copy and paste from AI. So for these three, Get Munch, Video AI, and YouTube Summary with ChatGPT extension, these are used for chopping videos and seamlessly having different clips that you can put on social media at different points in time. Next set is these are the AI tools that I personally like when it comes to helping to write your content, helping to fluff it, helping to rephrase it, and all of that. And I have grown very fond of ChatGPT. I want to write an email. I write the email, but I copy and paste it into ChatGPT. I tell it, please rephrase this. Sometimes it might not even be that I have an idea of how to write a particular topic, but content, but I have the topic. I can just put it in there, in ChatGPT, give me examples of how I can deal with a teenager, or how I can deal with a baby, a newborn baby, or how I can deal with leaders that are having conflict. Whatever topic it is, whatever it is, be as specific as possible. The more specific you are, the better for the content that ChatGPT will give to you. Again, don't just copy and paste. Remember to add your own style. At the end of this session, we will see how I use ChatGPT to actually write from start to finish a book. One I just learned about, which is Claude AI. Claude AI is very similar to ChatGPT. You sort of have the same feel for what you're getting. For me, I feel Claude AI is slightly better than ChatGPT in the sense where it sort of flows with your style. So one thing I have noticed is if I write an email and I put it in Claude AI and I say, rephrase this, the response I get from Claude AI is very much similar to my style. So it looks at what you have put in there and it flows with that style, and that's one thing I like about Claude AI that I haven't particularly seen a lot of in ChatGPT. Both tools are really great, but I'm getting to be more of a fond of Claude AI. I have used ChatGPT for a while now, so I'm just learning. I'm just starting to use Claude AI, but I've now grown very fond of Claude AI and the flow in which it gives me the content that I want. Next is Notion AI. Notion AI, I would say, is like a second brain. Don't get me wrong, it just transforms existing content. Whether you need to adapt the tone of a document, or you need to fix the spelling like you will do with Grammarly, or you need to find synonyms of a particular word, whatever it is, I love Notion AI. You can easily move between tasks and produce the right output for any situation that you're in when it comes to Notion AI. And it also helps you to add like graphs, pictures, more. And you can use it pretty much on mobile app, the laptop, the tablets, and any of them. All right. Next set is I will call the imaging, the videos, video everything pretty much. These are the next categories that I have put up there that I really, really have a fond of. The top of my list for this one is CapCut. I started using CapCut. Prior to CapCut, I used to use WeVideo. WeVideo, I would say, is more for like video editing, beginner level, and the likes. One, not to be very prone to too much change so fast. So when I got a hang on WeVideo, I just was hooked up to WeVideo and I really didn't change. I knew there was DaVinci and all of the likes and all of those that you can use for video editing and things like that along the line, but I just stuck to WeVideo in there. I have a paid subscription with WeVideo, but believe you me, the content that I get on CapCut as a free content is much better, more robust, more fluffed up than I am getting on WeVideo paid subscription, my annual pay subscription. I have grown to be a fan of CapCut. It's very user friendly. CapCut is video everything. Recently this week, yeah, between last week and this week, between last week and this week, we had my senior vice president in my company celebrated her 25th work anniversary, and so I was called upon as the associate director of HR technology to put together a media content just to celebrate her. So we looked at all of the pictures that we've had over the years, during her tenure with us. All I just did was I copied those, put those in CapCut, and created a video out of it. There are so many effects that are there. There are so many stock images, stock videos that you could actually use on the free version. It is absolutely free, and the free version does a lot. However, if you want, like, still some extra features and all of that, you could actually have the paid version. But trust me when I say the free version has a lot of things that you can use. Next is another thing that I like about, before I move on to ideogram, another thing that I like about CapCut is that you also have the text to video feature on CapCut. Recently as well, I had to do a promotional video, and that's one of the case studies that we'll be looking at towards the end of this class as well. You just put in ChatGPT what you want, it gives it to you, you copy and paste it into your CapCut, the text, and the AI tool actually does all of the back end and then produces you a full-on video that you can actually monetize, later on. One thing I also like is after it has already rendered your video, you have the opportunity to edit that video if you so wish. If there are things that you feel, I don't like the sound of this, or I'd rather it says this, or I would like to customize it to my company and put my logo and my pictures, or you go to Canva and then you feel, you know what, I want to put stuff together that are more like my style or my company's style, my company's colors and things like that. Then you can edit the video, plug those in there, whether it's images and things like that. It does that for you. Next is ideogram. I like ideogram, and ideogram is one of the tools that I'll show you how I used when in the first case study. We have two case studies at the end of this. Why I like ideogram AI is that it's not just another AI tool. I would say that it gives you what you need when it comes to images. Be specific when you're in ideogram AI. It's very similar to the next, which is Midjourney as well. So be specific. Tell it what you want. Be specific about, okay, these are the things that I want with regards to XYZ. When you go in there, all of the animes that you see and all of that, and you see some people in the form of animes, and stuff like that. So you can just tell it, I rather than just saying, give me an image of a lion in New York. No, that's too basic. Preferably say things like, give me an image of a lion in a hoodie, and let the hoodie be red, 4K render, cinematic lens, Adobe Pro. Be specific about what you want. The more descriptive you are, the better your image will be. And the good thing about it is because it's your original content, you can actually claim rights to this image that it gives to you. One recommendation I would say is that if you have the free version, you might not want to put it out there too much on social media. But if you have the paid version, it's actually there in their policy that you have the right to the image that are actually rendered. So you can publicize it, you can put it on your media, you can put it on your community, you can monetize it as well. Next is in this category is Midjourney. Why I like Midjourney is very, very similar to Ideogram. Sorry about that. Why I like Midjourney, very, very similar to Ideogram, is that it also helps, give you images as well. Similar to Ideogram, you can do 4 different types of that particular image, as in it gives you samples of 4 different types for that image. For Midjourney, different from Ideogram. Midjourney is it's in Discord. So you just put a prompt and state what you want, and it will give you those options that you want for it. So just imagine anything and just put it in there. Whatever you can imagine, put it in there, plug it in there. You want a village in Africa that is this, 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 and there is a shepherd, and there's a this, and there's a that. plug it in there. And that's one thing I would show you in my first case study, how I did a kid's book that is going to be monetized. All right. Next category is putting everything all together and letting it, just come up into one. I would recommend Canva for that. Put all your content together in Canva. Canva is actually every once in a while they actually bring up new releases. There's another new release that is coming out on Canva that has to do with, an AI tool and all of that. Get abreast of it. I have there are different parts of Canva. Canva has a free version. With the free version, you can get a lot of things: templates, effects, elements, stock images, stock videos, and the likes. Name it. You can get a lot and do a lot with the Canva free version. The version I use is the Canva for Teams version because I usually do a lot on Canva and I want all of the extra stuff. But you really don't need to get the paid version of Canva if you don't need to. You can really do a lot with the free version of Canva. Canva can help you with posters and all of those and things like that as well. Very similar to Poster My Wall, but Canva in its own sense does a lot. It has a lot of tools in there. Now I'm throwing in a bonus in there because I said top 10 AI tools, but I'm throwing in an 11th one, and coincidentally, the name is 11 Labs. And pretty much what 11 Lab does is that it clones your voice and it makes it look like as if you are the one speaking. So all you just need to do is to get 1-2 minutes of your voice, and you will be amazed. It knows your style, it knows your tone, it knows how you speak and your accent and all of that, and you can use it for your voiceover, your ebook. For people who already have, books out there on Amazon and the likes, and you want to also have an ebook version of it, rather than reading your book from A to Z, understanding the fact that, oh, it's tiresome, you can use 11 Labs for that. It would, take your voice in, and then, the voiceover then will be yours. You can also use it for podcasts and the likes. Okay, so we now will move on to the case studies. So the first case study that we have is to write a Christian folktale. So Christian folktale is our topic, and like I said, content creation is understanding, identifying what your topic is, and then from there, knowing where you want to get to, and basically producing it is what the content creation is all about. So for this, we have our topic, which is just Christian folktale. In this, I wanted to write a Christian folktale, a book for kids, and so I'll take you through hands-on how I was able to achieve all of that. So just give me 1 second, and I will put you through. Okay, so this is an example. I went into ChatGPT, logged in, and I said, write me a Christian folktale. And ChatGPT gave me Christian folktale. The first one was the title, The Humble Shepherd. And, once upon a time, it was a village. There was Micah, humble, and all of that. And he gave me all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. And it just kept on, kept on, kept on. And I got a Christian folktale that I could actually utilize. Of course, like I had mentioned, you have an idea of what where you want to get to, so you can look at it and make some changes as you deem fit to any of these materials that you have been given from any of these AI tools, just so that your audience can feel your style. So don't just copy and paste verbatim from there. So what did I do after here? I decided, you know what, I like this first one, and I can start off with this first one. So I basically, when you want to copy the whole thing, you just go here and you click on copy. So you copy the whole thing. But before I did that, I also went to Claude. This is what Claude looks like. Like I had mentioned to you, that Claude is a very good one as well, and it sort of speaks to my style. Prior to Claude, I had already sort of gotten used to ChatGPT, and that was the one I used for my first Christian folktale. This is another one. I just said write a Christian folktale, and this is what Claude AI, excuse me, this is what Claude AI gave me to copy. You just click on this option over here. So what I did was, because I wanted to be a children's folk tale, and it sort of already sounds like a children's folk tale from what I had in ChatGPT, I decided, okay, I'm going to name it The Humble Shepherd. I went to Canva, I searched Christian storybook, as in children's storybook. And these are the different templates that Canva has brought, very colorful and the likes. So what I did was I picked this one. So this was the one I used as my template for, sorry about that, as I used as my template for my ebook. So I just changed this, written by Bumi Ajagunna, wrote that. Then I, just made a few changes. The humble shepherd, I changed it to the humble shepherd. I removed all of this and all of the elements that I have there. I removed all of that because, as you can see, this is a Little Mermaid and it sort of speaks to underwater. So I sort of already wanted this as it looks like this. I liked the layout and the writing. I guess it was because that was the first one that was sort of catchy to me. Reasons why it was catchy to me, I'm not sure, but because I clicked on it first, I felt it will likely be catchy for many other people. So I changed it to the humble shepherd. That's for the title, so that I am able to sort of help with the flow and this humble shepherd. All right. So this is it. And then I now played around with my images. I will just sort of show you what I have come up with. So still the Humble Shepherd written by Bumi Ajagunna, same flow and everything like I had gotten from Canva. This is still in Canva, but I needed the images because you remember when we look at ChatGPT, it talks about once upon a time there was a little village nested in the hills of Judea, blah blah blah, and the name of the person was Micah. So going back to this template that I already have, I have my sentences from ChatGPT that I can just plug and play into different pages. But I need, I need images as well so that they can tie in the images in there with the words. Like, children like their storybooks, but they love picture storybooks. So as they're reading, they're looking at the pictures to make sure that it ties in with what they're doing. So the tool I used was ideogram. So I went into ideogram and then I typed in once upon a time. And the good thing about ideogram is the more you're descriptive, the better for you. So if you look at the bottom, you'll see the different things that I had written under for me to be able to get where I needed to go to. So in a small village nestled, I just pretty much picked from what ChatGPT was and I put it in here. I did a few others until I got exactly what I want. And this voila was the image that I actually got that I liked. So initially it gave me an image of this person. So this person was actually my parent, and I now said remix. So in remixing it, it gave me this. And in order to remix, you just click here and it will give you understanding that, okay, this is what you want, but you want it to be remixed. So this was the parent of this one. I just remixed it. And pretty much what I did there was I added a black man, after this, because this gave me this. But I wanted it to sort of be like an African folk tale. So I added black man in there. So it sort of has that African feel. And this was what I used for the book cover in there. Like I had mentioned, try to be specific, try to be descriptive. I wrote painting, it's 3D rendering and all of that. So put as much as you can in there just to get as close to what you want as possible. Anyways, fast forward now, this is what I have with my different, images that I had gotten from ideogram and combined it with the different wordings and sentences that I got from ChatGPT, and this is it. So when you look at all of this is already a 32-page storybook, and all of my images were gotten from rendering from ideogram pretty much. So I got all of the images from ideogram, with all of my descriptions and all of that. Like I mentioned, I wanted it to be Little African, so I changed the name from Micah to Aminu. I changed the layout sometimes when I'm doing the description, so that like a wilderness or is a hut or a village and things like that, just to get the feel of exactly what I want. So that is how I have been able to get this. In order to download, I just, download pretty much the book, and that's it. Pretty much done. My 32-page book up and ready. Once it finishes, all I do now is um I just go to ChatGPT. Sorry, I just go to once I finish downloading and it downloads, all I just need to do is to click on the download and upload it to KDP to self-publish the book. And then it's monetized from there. So all I just need to do is fold my arms afterwards, and whoever buys the Christian folktale, it's all there. And this is pretty much how one can actually get to do an ebook from a book pretty much from here. So we'll go back to our slide and we'll look at the second case study. My second case study is a promotional video. So the promotional video says um, write or rather produce a promotion video for an RLI workshop. So RLI is a leadership institute where they train and they educate leaders. So I chose one of the courses, which is the Bridge Gap course. And basically that course just talks about how to bridge the generational gap between all of the generations that we have in our churches, our ministries, our drama groups, and all of that, and how to just generally, just close that gap as much as possible. So what I did here was I went to ChatGPT and I said how to get through to a teenager. And the reason why I use teenager is that generation of the youth that are currently teenagers have pretty much the most challenges with other generations where they try to reach to them. Parents have concerns, pastors have concerns, business owners have concerns, and some just say, you know what, I just can't get to this teenager, I just can't get to this generation. I really don't know what to do or how to do things and all of that. So I decided to use this topic to say, you know what, let ChatGPT give me tips on how to get through to a teenager, and then I'll use that as my, as part of my promotional video in there. So ChatGPT came up with all of these options with regards to the tips in order to get through to your teenager. So in doing that, I copied it in there and I went to CapCut. So this time around, like I mentioned to you, CapCut is pretty much like video everything. And CapCut actually has an option in there, which is the script to video. And so once you cut what you have from CapCut, you can come in here and then click on your script to video. Once you click on your script to video, you can actually just do a copy and paste of all the content that you have copied from ChatGPT. Now there's a count there to show you how much text that you have. The maximum number of characters is actually 3,000. As you can see, we have 3,269. So we're slightly above that right now from what we want. So we can just prune it down to maybe 10 tips rather than us saying, we want 12 or 13 like it has given to us. So we can prune into 10 tips. But another thing I wanted us to see as well is the fact that you can actually customize your script in here. So I've copied and pasted from ChatGPT, but I can come back in here to say, you know what, we welcome you to attend our Bridge Gap class, RLI Bridge Gap class. So please register for our bridge, or you can just make it something catchy. Learn these, and more at our Bridge Gap workshop. All right. So we have that in there. And so I have this in there, and all I just need to do right now is then generate my video. Once I click on generate my video and I click on smart generate, and I say generate the video, let me just cancel. Let me make this note. It will give you a video and it will ask before that video, it will ask the kind of voice for narration that you want. So it's pretty much like a text to audio, text to video combination of everything to give you a full on promo video. So I will, for this course, I will prefer a British female for this one. Usually for things like generation, I prefer females and all of that and nurturing and stuff. So I'll prefer a British female, and then you can also choose the ratio in which you want, whether you want it vertical, horizontal, and the likes. And then all of this depends on where you want to post it on social media. For the purpose of this, I intend to post it on my YouTube, on the RLI YouTube channel. So I just click on the generate video so that it renders, the video for me with regards to the content that I have already put in there. And one thing I like about CapCut is that even after it has generated the video and you're watching the video, you can actually then edit the video as well. So you see like you have like a logo or a particular color that you want to do or that you have for your organization or for your group, specific company colors, for your ministry that you actually want to put in there. So at that point is where you can now edit the video, plug in those colors or plug in that, if it's like you have a flyer or things like that, that is the place also to
Getting
do
through
it.
to a teenager can be challenging, but it's essential
So
for
this
their
is our video.
emotional and cognitive development. Here are some strategies to help you connect with and communicate effectively with teenagers. 1. Active listening. Listen attentively when they want to talk.
So
This
I'll just
means
pause it
giving.
here. But you can sort of already understand what I'm saying. I have not done any going into story blogs or going into post my wall or going into Canva or any of those to look for images or videos to put in here. No. CapCut has done all of that for me. All I just needed to do was to put the script in here, and then it did the captioning, it did the video, it did the imaging, it did the voicing, it did everything here for me. And now I have a promotional video. And pretty much this is what I'm talking about. And this option is if you still want to edit your script, you can click on edit the script and then, change it. If you want to edit the script, you can go back if you want to. If you want to edit the video, you can click on edit the video and then make the changes that you want as well. So these are very full on tools that you can actually use, because in here it shows you all of the clips that were used. So you can come in here, remove one or the other and replace it with your Canva video, which is extremely good. It also helps you, you can edit anything from in here, whether it is the audio, whether it is the text, that's your script, or it is the video, or whatever, or is the timing, the duration, you can drag, you can move forward and all of that. And so this is also good. And lastly, I would like to say for 11 labs, once you already have your voice cloning and all of that, if it is that you want to put in the audio in here, you can also, use that to be the voice, either the voice of the CEO or your own voice as a voiceover in here. And then pretty much you're able to do all of the things that you want and just replace the audio file in here to match your own, your exported audio file from your 11 labs. But this is just a nutshell of all of the AI tools that you can use. Once you're done with all of this, you can export here. And once you have that export, after you're already done with your video, and you can decide, okay, where do I want it, to be rendered. It will also give you recommendations for different social medias, like TikTok is 720 or 1080 and stuff like that. So then you can export, and then you have your video. So that's pretty much is everything that it has done, and it's pretty fast. And I just want to remind you again, CapCut is totally free. You can do a lot of things on the free version. You can even decide, what, I want to put some effects, I want to put some transitions in any of those, and it's so seamless. All of the features are on the left hand side, very, very user friendly. And I already have my promotional video. So if you have questions, let us know at the end. But this is just a few recommended AI tools that have worked for me, and I would like to recommend that you should also have at your back burner to be able to use at any given point in time, so that life is made extremely easy for you. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful, wonderful time. I'll now like to pass it over to my co-facilitator for the next session.